Hello everyone, welcome back to Gloomhaven. You joined me at the very beginning of a mission because we crashed as we were loading into this screen, and I thought rather than trying to stitch together the bit from the map, we would just jump in here. I will tell you that Faith has gained a perk in that she now has plus piercing cards in her deck. So we can see that here we have 3 plus piercing. Two 3 piercing cards with redraw in her deck, and we've come back down to the sewers underneath the place, and let's see, all mercenaries start with 3 extra -1 attack modifiers. Well, that's not going to be, I think, Faith or Mindy, because Faith and Mindy have ignore negative scenario effects, and our goal is to occupy all pressure plates simultaneously, and there are 4 of them. Obviously, we don't know where those are, but we can presume that they're going to be down this length of corridor and down that length of corridor. And we have these giant golems and artillery turrets to contend with right now. So, other than that, I can't see any traps in this room. We are up first. This guy has a lot of shield. And the artillery turrets, if I recall, do hit quite hard. So that's something we're going to want to deal with fairly swiftly. Oh, there is a treasure chest hiding on both sides. Very interesting. Okay, so who's attacking who first and how? This guy looks slightly terrifying. They are an elite enemy. I'm just wondering how big we want to go on this turn. Because I'm going to guess that there's going to be pressure point switches on both sides of this whole cavern. And splitting the party to get to them might not be ideal. Especially because if we have to occupy all the pressure plates simultaneously, if any one person goes down, that's the whole mission over, which would be a problem. Okay, I don't think these things ever move, but we can't really push everybody to one side of the room terribly well either, and if they have a range of 5, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They basically are in range within most of this entire battlefield. So enough thoughts, let's try and find some lines of attack that we like. Rock Slide. Create 3 single hex obstacles in empty hexes within range 4. All allies and enemies adjacent to 1 or more of them suffer 2 damage. I like that because we can put 1 here and 1 there. And then if this guy moves closer to us, we can probably shove him into one of those and do extra damage with Heaving Swing. You may push the target into hexes containing obstacles. In each case, destroy the obstacle, the target suffers 2 damage, and you gain 1 XP. So, Rock Slide on top, something to do on bottom. Rock Slide is not an attack action, so we don't benefit from Heavy Swing, and we want to play Heavy Swing next time. We could take Retaliate, but that's not going to help us on the ranged attacks that we might take soon. On your next 4 melee attacks, when possible, destroy an adjacent obstacle and add 3. I think that sounds like a great thing to do on bottom. So we'll do that on 32 with Cragheart. Mindy. Probably want to get something to attack something else around us. Or, if we stand there, which admittedly is slightly terrifying, we could attack at range 3 and stun. Oh, we can do that from here. 1, 2, 3, because we increased our range on that. So, attack 1, range 2, and stun. Are you immune to stun? You are not. Neither are the turrets. So, Perverse Edge on bottom, attack 1, range 2, and stun. Something to do on top is probably get one of our things going. Mind's Weakness, add 2 to our attacks. This is creating ice. So next turn, if we have Frozen Mind in play, we can remove something to make something be stunned as well. So that's a top and a bottom. That's these two. Faith. This stone golem elite. Add 2 to attacks this round targeting enemies adjacent to none of their allies. That guy is currently not. So we could do that on bottom. Then we could swift bow on top. That will do 3 plus 2 for 5. And we can attack with either advantage or ignore the armor on that. That seems adequate. Then Cragheart here. Not Cragheart, Brutus. Brutus the Brute. We can attack with piercing. We can attack in an arc. We could attack and pull something away. Move 4 if our attack was in a straight line. Attack for 4. If this guy moves... 1, 2, 3, 4. We could run to the door and attack something here. But I'd really like to start... We're focusing on this guy right now. The turret's also going to be a problem. What was Mindy doing? We're stunning the guy in the center and giving us +2 on our melee attacks. Oh no, it's attack for 2 on top, and we get stunned. So do we want to waste our attack 2 there? Would I rather have +2 on my attacks and do more damage? I think I would. We're still going to stun the guy. Unstoppable charge attacks for 5. We could kill something with that. That's on top, so we need something on bottom. Move 4 if the attack was in a straight line. And then we want him to be... If we're here, we can go 1, 2, 3, 4 if this guy moves. If we are... here, we can go 1, 2... We can't stand here because we're going to throw rocks there. So I think this works out best. Alright, let's see how this goes. Ancient Artillery. Push all targets away 1. Attack 2 at a range of 4 in a grid. Move 2, attack for 5. Well, I should have known that Brutus is not going to be able to run through because we're going to stun this guy. So that's my own stupidity. But we are going to stun this guy. That way we save ourselves an attack of 5. Then we're going to add 2 to our future melee attacks. Now we're going to add 2 to our attacks this round, targeting things not adjacent to anything else. Then attack 3 at a range of 4. And if we ignore that, we're going to do 5 damage, which doesn't seem like a lot, but that is 1/3 of his whole health. Then what I think I'll do next time is play our daggers that attack lots of stuff around us. So we're going to hit him. We're not going to improve this because we'll do an attack where we hit 3 creatures with advantage and +1 power. just going to turn my volume down a sec. Obviously, it's the same loudness to you. It's just coming up my headphones, slightly more quiet. Right. On your next 4 melee attacks, when possible, destroy an adjacent obstacle and add 3 to the attack. Confirm. Because then we are going to make one there, and we might as well make one extra next to one of these peripheral characters, so that when we have another option of something to destroy when we attack. Now, this artillery is going to suck. Yeah, we need to do something about this fast. At least the guy on the end is stunned, we know that much. Alright, I'm actually going to perform a move 4 in a straight line to here. Skip the rest of the movement and attack this guy for 2. And attack for 5. That's one of them down. That's a good start. And this guy is stunned, does not take a turn. Yeah, I think I really want to kill these turrets now as a priority. Faith, I was thinking about Flurry of Bladesing. Attack 2 at a range of 3, targeting 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So if we step in 1, we can do that. We can do it all with advantage and +1. And if we draw any of our ×2s, or our single ×2, we will do even more damage. So we need to step in at least 1 step on bottom. We could move 3, force 1 to move. I don't think that helps us very much. Or we can move 2 and poison the guy, but I don't really want to be next to him if we can immobilize him again. On your next 4 attacks targeting enemies adjacent to none of their allies, add 2 to our attack. But we can't do that because if we do that, we're not going to be next to, or we're not going to be in range of our Flurry of Blades. So we have to step in somehow. So we'll step in with Smoke Bomb. Brutus. We are currently over here. Do we want to grab the chest? Basically, yes. There's a chance it will be trapped, but we have to deal with that. We want to do 6 damage. Skirmishing Maneuver on bottom attacks 3 at a range of 3. Skewer attacks 3 in range as well. So we'll actually do that. We can attack twice against that turret and hopefully kill it before it takes a turn. Then we'll just have to do some moving to get the loot in a moment. Mindy, I would like you to be invisible or further away than everything else so that we don't take any damage. Cragheart. We are now on our next 4 melee attacks. When possible, destroy an adjacent obstacle to add 3 to the attack. It's a shame we don't have anything that can attack 2 things. At least in the configuration that they currently exist in. Attack 3 and push. If I can push this guy into one of these, that would be ideal. So that's attack on top. then we need at least a move 2 on bottom. Move 2 on bottom, all adjacent allies and enemies suffer 1 damage. Yes. We do that on 29. Just Mindy left. So, you're looking to die. You're looking to get much more injured. Although, we are not now immobilizing them. We don't have anything that would do that. Oh, attack 3 with stun. We can do that. Fearsome Blade. Frigid Apparition on top. So we need a move on bottom. Cranium Overload. And do we want to go before or after Cragheart? Probably after Cragheart. So this seems fine. Let's see how we do. The Golem Elite is putting on Retaliate 3 at a range of 3. The Artilleries are going last and attacking 2 at a range of 5 with Immobilize. So the Stone Golem is not attacking anything. So we can actually prioritize everything else right now. And it also doesn't have Retaliate until it puts its Retaliate on for the turn. So we're stepping in to here. Then we're attacking with advantage. You're going to get hit twice by what's his face. Do we think we have enough to deal with this? Move 2, stuff as 1 damage. Attack 3, you may push stuff into an obstacle. Not really. So I'll take the +1 as well. And we'll go 1, 2, 3. Confirm targets. This guy puts up Retaliate. Then Mindy. We can just move up and attack this guy. We're moving 5, so why not move with jump to here? And then attack this one. What's in the chest? Is it a trap? Good grief. Alright. I dislike this very much. We don't need to do both of our attacks against this thing now. So we can move to here. Then attack that. Now you're not going to tell me that both of these are traps. Fueled falchion design. Alright, I wish they'd have done the damage the other way around, but beggars can't be choosers. Attack 3 with push. You may push 1 creature into an obstacle. They take 2 damage. The turret is attacking 2 at a range of 5. That's going to kill Mindy if we don't kill it first. So There's no way we can move and do a heal 4 for Mindy. But they're attacking for 2. At a range of 5 and immobilizing. Heal 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Heal 4 at a range of 2, not heal 2 at a range of 4. So that doesn't help us either. So we will move to here. Do 1 damage to that guy. Then attack this. Do I have to select a thing to destroy? Because I really don't need to. I guess I have to choose one to destroy, even though we are wasting one of our pips of destroy a thing to add damage to our attack. And let's take a big potion. Right, fresh round. This guy does not have retaliate anymore. We just need to do 8 damage through all that shield. We have trample. That's going to be 2 or 3 damage. We need to move 2 to get in range. Balanced measure. That's going to be really late though. So warding strength we'll have to do. Faith. We don't have any other standard piercing abilities. But we could move 2 on bottom and poison. And if we can do that really fast, then everybody else will be able to benefit from that poisoning. Attack 3, add 2 when the target is adjacent to any of your allies. Mindy, can you go faster than... Sorry. That goes on 4. Mindy, I'd like you to go on 9. And force this guy to move. So, Faith's going to drop her initiative to 14. Mindy's going to go first. Mindy is going to force this guy to step up to here so that they are adjacent to Cragheart. Then attack with this just because they can. Then Faith is going to flanking strike whilst they're next to Cragheart. After she moves back and forth to apply poison. If they move to here, we need to be able to move at least 3 to catch up for our piercing attack. So that's going to be Leaping Cleave instead. No, I prefer a Sweeping Blow. Then Cragheart. They're still next to a thing we can destroy to add 3 to our attack if we have to. I would love if we didn't have to. Move 1 adjacent hex. Attack 2 plus 1, attack 3 won't get through the shield. So it'll have to be an opposing strike and hope we draw something stronger. That's on top. Something to do on bottom. We will heal Mindy on bottom. That's our turn. Move 3, attack 5, Stone Golem, suffer 1's damage. Suffers 1 damage. Right. We're going to continue. Faith is going to drop to 14. Or the other option becomes we immobilize it now. Faith moves in, poisons it, but does not attack. It doesn't get to attack anything for 5. Then the others get to go. Because these guys are not going to be able to kill it alone. And then somebody's taking a hit for 5, which seems unideal. It's doing a move 3. Yeah, there's nowhere we can put it with a move 2 that greatly benefits us. So I am going to immobilize it. Skip this movement. No, I will move on to a pile of gold. Then we are going to move 5 up and round to another piece of gold. It's immobilized, it can't move, it suffers 1 damage. Then Cragheart can step into here, attack this guy, so that's 3. It's going to be 6 with that. Then the other guy's going to pierce, so I think we'll be okay. The -1 sucks, of course. So we are just going to move 2 to here. Then attack 3 with piercing. And let's do that at advantage. Try and draw like a +2 or something beneficial. We do not. But they have 2 HP left. So if we could kill them, we have lots of ground then for short rests and the like, or long rests. Single out will do 5. On top. Thieves' Neck we can do as a standard move action on bottom and step over to here. So that's 1 chance to kill. Mindy can attack for 2 plus 2 more is attack for 4. That's a chance to do 1 damage. And we need to move to do that. Cragheart here. We don't have anything great. So maybe we just put backup ammunition on. Move to heal 1, all adjacent allies attack 1 on bottom, and backup ammunition on top. Then Brutus here. We don't have air element, and we don't even have skewer in hand for piercing. So we'll do a leaping cleave on top because that's an attack. No, we'll do a warding strength on top for attack 3. Hope to draw like a +1 or something if we need to. And on bottom, balanced measure is the least important card to me. Hopefully we get some attacks in before they put retaliate or anything else up. 72. Attack 6 at a range of 3, Stone Golem suffers 2 damage. How interesting. Alright, Faith steps over to here. Attacks here for 5. Alright, that problem is resolved. Now, do we spend these turns breaching the door and seeing what's ahead? Or do we spend these turns wasted and then try and long rest in a moment? We have 1 card, 3 cards, 2 cards, and 2 cards. So there is a whole other turn we could take before we need to actually rest. Question is, how many enemies are going to be in this room? And could we, if we breach the door, how much damage can we actually do right now? Not a lot. We can actually benefit from backup ammunition and healing. We can put warding strength up if we want to. So I think Mindy's going to get stuck skipping her turn, although we will have her move to here. Or here, because Brutus does not need healing. So Mindy can stand there. Get some gold. We are going to put that on. And skip that attack. We are going to put this on. And move onto this tile and heal these two. Skip the attack. Then it's basically a round of long rests. I'm really glad I finally figured out how long rests are intended to be used well. Cragheart benefits the least from a long rest. But if he steps up into the doorway, everything that's in this room will have an opportunity to attack him before we have a real chance to retaliate. So we'll long rest, and we'll long rest here as well. So a full round of long resting. Something to burn. Balanced measure. Cragheart. Something to burn. I think in a place full of turrets, opposing strike for retaliate is going to be least good to us. Mindy. Frozen Mind, you're gone. And Faith. We've seen some traps, although they were chest traps, not trap traps. Next 4 attacks targeting enemies adjacent to none of their allies, add 2 to the attack. Add 2 to attacks to all the targets this round adjacent to none of their allies. That's kind of the same thing. Alright, we're going to lose Visage of the Inevitable. Someday we're going to make this work, but right now is not then. Alright, with that done, is it time to put, like, the turrets don't have shield and they only have like 8 health. So I'm wondering if we have a room of a lot of turrets we want to get rid of, moving in and then smoke bombing, and then after the smoke bomb resolves, or like the next turn of the smoke bomb, Flurry of Blades will attack 2, targeting 3 at a range of 3. We can add... No, we can't add 1, we've done that. But we could attack with advantage, again, on 3 targets with double damage. So I think that's something I want to do. So we'll start this room by Faith moving in. And we'll move in a lot on Flanking Strike on bottom, Smoke Bomb on top. So Faith busts into the room. There's a door there and a door there. This room is smaller than this room. Now, I don't know if there are pressure plates in both of these rooms, or whether this is a room with extra treasure in it, and this is the room with the pressure plates in it. Either way, if we open this door first, and then we have to kill stuff in here, if this is a treasure room and not pressure plates, if we try and retreat, we still have to worry about there being lots of stuff in this room. If it's just turrets, we can run away from the turrets because the turrets don't move. But we'll see what the lay of the land is when we get through the door. So Faith moving in, turning invisible. Brutus. We want to move in a decent amount. Move 4. If the movement is in a straight line, perform attack X. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Gets us in pretty deep. And we get an extra attack in. So that's move on bottom. Then attack on top. Obviously, unstoppable charge is great. But we don't know if we're going to be out of range of stuff. Skirmishing maneuver will let us attack twice. And if we can't get the first attack in, move to a more idealized spot before the end. Cragheart now has backup ammunition and stone pummel going. And if we hover over their character, we can see we've used backup ammunition once, I believe. Or 0 times, and we're about to use it the first time. And stone pummel we have used twice. So yeah, backup ammunition we have 4 uses of, we just set that. Stone pummel we have 2 more uses of. So when we get in, we can make more stones with Rock Slide. That's within range 4. Or we could move in 6, must be in a straight line. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gets us to here. And if we did that on bottom, we now have stone pummel. I was going to say we have the one that lets us attack almost the entirety of around us, but we have that set as stone pummel. So instead, maybe we don't move in as far and we massive boulder. So we'll do that very late. We can get a lay of the land before we do that. That way we know if we want to go all the way in or just half the way in and so on. Then Mindy could really do with some more health. But apart from getting Silent Scream going, she can't really heal herself very much. Force 1 enemy within range 3 to perform its turn on our terms. Perverse Edge can stun something at a range of 3 again. And if we do that on bottom, we can scurry on top. We can't do that any slower than that, though. And she really is quite injured. She can turn invisible, though, if we have to, I think. So bottom, top. Here we go. Breach the door.
You fight your way through the room of machinery and find corridors heading to your left and right.
Nope, that's all they have to say.
You hear the alarm ringing from both directions. To shut it off, you may have to split up.
Alright, great advice there. We have a single turret here, then I'm going to guess that's an elite turret over here. Attack 4, range 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That gets all the way to the door. Attack 3, range 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if we were over here, we would be safe from that attack. But if we want to attack next turn with daggers, I guess this is not a bad place to be. We can attack a skeleton, we can attack this guy, we can attack that guy. But do we want Brutus, Cragheart, sorry, 1, 2, 3, they can get to here. So they can't use these single obstacles. So Faith's going to move all the way into there. Skip the last step of movement. These are damage 5 traps. That's horrendous. If we could pull this turret into that, though, that would do a huge amount of damage of it. Or if we can move this guy 2 back. But for right now, Faith is going to be invisible in safety. Skeletons are moving 4, attacking 1, targeting 2. That's less terrifying. This guy is moving 0 and attacking 5, so we just don't want to be in range of them. So, Faith is invisible. Mindy. If we move 3, we are going to get attacked for 4 here. This guy is attacking for 3 at a range of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So wherever we stand, we have problems, basically. But I think we just make ourselves invisible to mediate that. So we're going to move 3 to here. Attack this guy. We don't need to stun because we are going to stun them regardless, and we're going to be invisible. Okay, we drew a disarm and a stun, so they are already stunned now. So we're going to get invisible regardless, because we don't want to be the target of attacks where possible. Attack 4, range 6, all adjacent enemies suffer 2 damage. So we don't want to be adjacent to Mindy either. But we will attack with this just to stun. We'll stun the skeleton that is not blocking this corridor. And, yep, they're stunned and muddled. Ice element is created. The other skeleton does that. Which is a real pain, because now Cragheart can't move through that tile in a straight line. These guys attacking 4 at a range of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know if they can attack that tile and hit us. Because we were considering moving in. Attack 3 at a range of 3. If I move in for 2 or 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. If I move in for 4 on bottom, that is 1, 2, 3, 4. Then attack 3 at a range of 3 with pull. 1, 2, 3. We're not close enough to do that. But we could pull this guy. No, we couldn't. Not really. Basically, I think we're better off not entering the room yet. That way this turret doesn't get to attack anything in particular. Unless it can attack 4, range 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If it can attack this empty tile, then we could take splash damage, but I don't think it will. So I'm going to attack this guy at range. We draw piercing, which is great. And then attack him again. We don't do any damage, and we can't pull him through our ally. This turret. Have no targets. They're just dancing around. They're just looking pretty. So, Cragheart here. Move 6 must be in a straight line. We cannot do that unless we could jump or similar, which we cannot. Or we can move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 to here around the skeleton. Create 3 single hex obstacles within empty hexes within range 4. All allies and enemies adjacent to one or more of the things take 2 damage. So if we move 4 to here, and skip that last step of movement, we can put 1 here against that guy, 1 there against that guy, and 1 here against this guy. And we do some damage. And this guy is stunned. They're not doing anything. Right, now, Faith is invisible. So our next attack does double damage. If we swift bow, we'll be attacking for 6 on top. If we get single out going, on your next 4 attacks targeting enemies adjacent to none of their allies, add 2 to the attack. We'd be attacking 4. 3 times 2, or 3 plus 2, is... Hold on, did I... Attacking for double. So we could attack for 10 on swift bow. If we go very late in the round, though, then we will remain invisible until then, which is preferable. Mindy, do you still have a move 2? Force 1 enemy within range 5. Move 3. No, we burnt Frozen Mind. So we can't get the other guys to move into the traps. Force 1 enemy within range 5 to perform attack 2. Move 3, push 2, target all adjacent enemies. So if Mindy steps to here and pushes this guy 2, we can push them 1, 2. And Faith can move 3, 1, 2, 3, and force that guy into the trap. On bottom, late, after Silent Scream. And Mindy also wants to go on a very late initiative because she wants to be invisible come the end of the round as well. So if we do that on bottom, we need something to do on top. We have ice, so we could just stun it. Then we don't need to do the pushing, because something else can probably kill this easily enough. So if we done the guy on top. We also don't have to go super early, although we'd like to be invisible still. So maybe we do both of those things, because we can. So you push that over there. Faith, you're going to move 1, 2, 3. Force that guy into that trap. And then we can either Flurry of Blades 3 things. 1, 2, 3. Or, and that will do 4 damage to each of them. Or we can Swift Bow 1 thing and attack that guy at the back. Because once we're kind of past that corner, this guy becomes way less of a problem. The other question becomes, how would we break up the team into 2 pairs if we had to? Because once we're in the rooms, we just have to find the switches and all be stood on them at the end of a round. It doesn't matter how many rounds, like how much damage and stuff we take in the interim. So, if Brutus has boots and trample, we can move 6 with jump, stand on a tile. If that's in this room, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we can stand anywhere in that room and be on a switch with jump. If Mindy goes with them, Mindy can jump and has a move 5, so she can stand on any switch. So if Brutus and Mindy go that way, that leaves Faith and Craghart to go the other way. So we're going to move over here. Do we have pull? We do not. We've just spent our pull on hook and chain. I've gone through so many loops of thought process on this turn. I've come back around to going, what's going on? Mindy is going super late. Is going to attack and stun this guy and push them. Faith is going to move 3 and push this guy into a trap. That should kill them. Then we still have 1 action that we can do at double damage. We can either do Flurry of Blades early and attack them for 4, them for 4, and them for 4. Or we can do Swift Bow and hit this guy alone. Or we can Swift Bow and hit that guy alone. I think Swift Bow this guy is probably for the best. So Mindy and Brutus are going that way. Craghart, you're going this way, and we'd love to be out of range of this guy, because line of sight gets to those tiles, but not these tiles. So we'd like you to move 1, 2, 3 back at least. Harder to do while that guy stood there. We also don't really have a move 3. We do have a move that lets us to destroy traps as we go. Move 5, jump, destroy all traps and obstacles moved through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That doesn't get us past the trap, it lands on it, which does hurt us, as we've learnt previously. Attack 3, range 3, push 2. 1, 2. If we do that, that frees up Mindy to not need to push him. So Mindy can go attack the skeleton instead. Okay. So attack 3, range 3, push 2. The big robot guy. Faith can still move after them and do the stabbing bit, the moving bit. So if we're doing that on top, attack 3, range 3, push 2, we get 2 targets for that, so we can also target the skeleton. Then on bottom, I think until we get back Rock Slide, we're just going to have to do basic stuff. And if we're attacking 3 at a range of 3, why not add 1 to all of our attacks this round? That way, we're still far enough back that some of this stuff might not hit us. Brutus. We really want to be over in that direction. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 away. We can get there with a 4 move and boots. Hook and chain is currently spent. We could move 6 with skewer. It burns it, but we would then be in a position to attack the really annoying turret. We don't need skewer when we get into the room to stand on a pressure plate. I've just considered the fact that it might be possible for enemies to be stood on the pressure plates, although I don't know if they would be stood on them, more so just occupying them, because I don't think they would count towards the objective, but they would be in the way of the tile that we want to be on, especially if they're like a flying creature or something, although I don't think there are any flying creatures in this scenario. So let's do it. Let's move 6. That saves us having to use our boots as well. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Moving 6 on bottom leaves us unstoppable charge on top. Seems like the simple choice. That's everyone. We're fine with the order. Go move 2, attack 2, range 3, pull 2, and mobilize. Oh god. I think that's going to be Cragheart, which is less bad. Push 1, attack 2 at a range of 4. Push 1, attack 3 at a range of 5. Move 2. This is going to be bad. Faith, you're absolutely fine as late as you are. We take 2, we are immobilized. That's fine. We were attacking at range anyway. Right, we're going to move 6 up to here. Then attack for 5. Do we want to attack with advantage? Yes, because we could disarm or stun or any other amazing thing this turn. We didn't. So we get pushed before the attack, so they don't attack at disadvantage, which is rough. So we reduce by 1, reduce by 2, reduce by 3. That ancient artillery isn't in range of anything, which is great. We are adding 1 to our attacks this round. Then attacking for 4 against 2 creatures. And we are pushing this one, maybe that one, but don't know. Don't need to add anything to our attacks this turn. If we did, we would have killed both of them, but that's fine. You're moving to there. You can't be pushed. We end Cragheart's turn. Skeleton. Oh, there's a skeleton back here as well. I totally forgot about them, if I'm honest. And... hold on. Attack 3. They are dead, because we put Retaliate on with our Super Mega Armor. Mindy. We were going to attack 3 with Stun. We want to go that way. This guy is going to die to being pushed into the trap. We could step back and attack the skeleton. It doesn't get us up in this direction, but this skeleton's going to keep attacking us regardless, and I think this is one of the better possible uses of our turn, given how everything else is shaken out. And if we add 1 to our attack, we can just kill them. And we can stun them if it does go badly. Alright, I'm fine with that. Right, Faith is going to move around here, push them into a trap, they're going to die. We could attack this guy for 6. We have Darkness somehow. Attack 3, add 1 for each target adjacent to an ally. Well, that's never going to happen, so... do we want to attack the Elite or the other one? They both have 8 HP now. Brutus is going to be basically on his own over there for a while. And Craggy is going to be moving up this way. So I think we're going to support this side more. So we're going to attack 3. We're going to give ourselves advantage. If we draw a +1, it might be doubled to 4 times 2, or it might just be 7. I'm not sure how that works out quite so well. Yeah, so the base damage is doubled, but not the modifier card. Then we're going to move 3 to here. Skip the last of the movement and force this one to stand there. They step into the trap and die. We end our turn. Oh, I have regrets. I have big regrets. I should have used Faith's potion to get that back so we can step here and force them to stand on that. But maybe we'll just have to short rest for that. Although, yeah, that is a pain. That was short-sightedness on my part. Is that the end of the round? That is the end of the round. So, Brutus. Move 2 and attack 2 will do just fine. And on bottom, we will leaping cleave. Oh no, skewer has been burned, so we don't actually need the air element to be in place. So we'll move 2 and attack on top. And then just move on bottom. Then we want Mindy and Brutus to be on these 2 tiles. And if we are here before the door opens, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can't get to the back of the room with a jump on a move 6. So we'll have to see how that goes, because this obstacle's just really awkwardly in the way. But we can move, attack, and deal with that over there. So on this side, Faith. Right now, move 3, attack 3 on bottom. Attack 3 on... move 3, attack 3 on top. Attack 3 on bottom. Is great. Craighart, you're going in that direction. Just not doing it great. Attack 2, range 3. That is good. That would heal Faith if Faith takes any damage. Range 3. 1, 2, 3. So we need just any move 2. And Mindy wants to go up in that direction as fast as possible. Move 5 is going to be great. We'll long rest before going through the door. If that's move 5 on bottom, why not attack with hostile takeover on the other guy just in case we miss? Push, push, attack, fine. Faith's initiative is fine. Mind Thief, move 5 up to here. Attack this guy. Disarm, miss. This is why you bring 2 attacks. At least they're disarmed this turn. Move to here. Skip the rest of the movement. Attack them. Attack them again. Sorted. Turns out we did not need to use the potion, which is very nice. We do need to step into here and attack them. Don't miss as well, please. Thank you very much. Then, if Mindy is going to stand here, we don't need to move from where we are. And then Cragheart, you just need to move as much as you can, which is exactly 2. Round 9. Right, Faith. Do you have? We just used Thieves' Knack, didn't we? So we either have to just go around these traps or disarm one. I think 2 cards to play, 2 cards to play, 2 cards to play. We can all just basically play the 2 cards we have, avoid going through any doors, and then long rest, and it doesn't impact us any more or less than we previously were. So, on the next 4 attacks targeting enemies adjacent to no other allies, add +2. I don't think we need it. So, Faith is going to move 4 to this tile. Skip the rest of her movement, skip the ability, skip this attack, end. Mindy. We're going to be moving with jump. So these 2 tiles are effectively the same. But Mindy is going to be able to move. Five with jump. Maximum. So we want Mindy closer to the door. Cragheart just pushes forward as much as he can. We could move 5 and get to here. He only has 1 bird card so far, but he has 2 otherwise in use. Wish I'd have figured out that we could heal Mindy before she moved away, perhaps, but too late for that now. We move 2, then we have to move another 2. We have to move like 3 turns to get over there. 3 turns is 3 cards burned, so we might as well burn 1 card to get through here. Move 5, jump, destroy all obstacles and traps and disarm them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we can heal ourselves for 4, which is not bad. Then we can move onto this tile, because this is gold and just the same as being here for the purposes of getting to that tower. They're both 2 away. Skip the movement. Skip the attack. End the turn. Get the gold. Round 10. Long rests all round. Again. Faith's initiative on 99 is absolutely fine. We are going to get rid of... We definitely want Trample. Trample is imperative to our strategy. I think we can drop Sweeping Blow. Although if there's stuff to move... If there's traps to push into, that'll be really good. Skirmishing Maneuver is a ranged attack on bottom. Juggernaut lets us tank a bunch. Hook and Chain is a ranged attack with pull. Man, everything's good. Hook and Chain, I think I'm less likely to want to pull something than I am to push something. Crank nearing back to top health. Something to get rid of. We have backup ammunition in play. Rumbling Advance. You're gone. Mindy. That gets us to 6 of 10 health. She is not the tanky one. Kill 1 normal enemy within range 4. Attack 2. Target all enemies adjacent. That's going to be really good if there's turrets in pairs. That's got the stun. That's got immobilize and forces someone to take a turn on our terms. Scurry. Fearsome Blade, I think, is gone. And then Faith. Flurry of Blades with advantage on attacks. A Flanking Strike, Duelist Advance, Thieves' Neck, Swift Bow, Single Out, Sinister Opportunity. I think Sinister Opportunity can go. We've got our use out of it. So we are all long rested. We have goggles for advantage. We have shields. We have shoes for movement. All of that stuff. And we're basically going in 2 pairs regardless of how everything else shakes out. Mindy's health is really actually now concerning me quite a lot, because if they die, we can't be on 4 pressure plates. So maybe we want Mindy to go really late in the round. I don't know. But for right now, we could peek the door and then decide if we're coming back. We are trampling. Move forward, jump, attack. We're going to do that with boots for 6 and advantage on the attack. So if that's on bottom, what's our most universal attack on top? Leaping Cleave attacks multiple things. Unstoppable Charge hits one thing really hard. But then also, what do we want to do the next turn? Because whatever we play, we can't do the next turn. I think the next turn, Juggernaut might want to be played. So we're doing this on bottom. We want something to do on top now. Unstoppable charge. We don't need to move and stun all adjacent enemies. Maybe we do. Maybe we do. Moving on bottom. Alright. Skirmishing maneuver then. Then Mindy, we want to go just after 29 if we can. Cranium Overload was going to be our move in with jump because of our boots. So that's 5 on bottom, something to do on top. Attack with Immobilize. If there's skeletons or great big lumbering things in here. But I would have preferred to have done that after Brutus's turn. We can move 4 and stun something on our way in. So that would get us to 1, 2, 3, 4. That gets us to the center of the room. If we do that on bottom with a stun, on top we can Cranium Overload and just kill something. So that's those two done. Over here, much bigger room, but much more capacity for multi-attacking. Probably Massive Boulder or Rock Slide on top. Rock Slide can let us maneuver, like if there's something stood like here, we can pin it in perhaps or something. So Rock Slide on top. Although if we want to move in 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gets us to the other corner, but who knows where these pressure plates are going to be or what they're even going to look like. Rock Slide on top, something on bottom. Don't need more heal. This isn't a ranged attack. Guess we just move in and heal stuff and the rest. Faith, you're going to step in. Move 4, gain advantage on all your attacks this round. And then Swift Bow. And if we really hate it, we can move in and then not move into the rest of the room. Alright, here we go. Alright. The pressure plates don't look too tragic. Retaliate 3. They're not attacking this turn. Attack 2. Attack 3, range 6. Immobilize. Attack 2, range 5. Immobilize. Immobilize is going to be murder here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Attack 2, range 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Attack 3, range 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we're just going to have to concede that we're going to be immobilized. If we go really late in the next turn, we might be able to do something with this. So we're moving in. We're getting right up next to that switch. Confirm advantage on attacks. Attack 3, range 4. We're going to go after the turret right next to us. Are we? Yeah. with advantage. And Scoundrel's turn. Stone Golems are just putting up Retaliate. I don't care. Mindy. Back over this side now. Move 4, stun 1 enemy. With jump. One. Oh good, we've got spirits. Move 4, attack 4, range 4. Move 3, attack 3, range 3. Move 4, attack 3, target all enemies with all attacks. Move 4, 3, innate, target 3. Oh god, this room is hell. This room is hell. But we just need to be on the steps at the end of the turn. Move 4. Oh god. If I'd have moved 5, we would have gotten to here. But it's too late to know that now. Kill 1 normal enemy within range. It's going to be one of those guys. Move 4, attack 3. Target 1 enemy with all attacks. Innate, target 3. So we're going to get attacked 3 times by this guy. Unless we can not be there. If we park ourselves here, we're moving 4. You're moving 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Basically, there's nowhere I can put Mindy that isn't going to be threatened by everything else. This room sucks. Hugely. Kill 1 enemy within range 4. Move 3. 1, 2, 3. Move 4. But range 4. Range 3. We can kill one of these guys. Then put Brutus in front of Mindy. But we can stun something this turn. That does really help us. So I guess we're going to move to here. Skip the last step of movement. Stun this guy. One less thing to worry about this round. Kill 1 normal enemy within range 4. It's going to be you. Stun that guy. Okay. Things aren't as terrifying as they seemed. Is there a card we want to get back? Scurry lets us move 3. 1, 2, 3. And something else on bottom will let us move 2. So I don't think we... there's nothing that's not burned we can get back. So that's that turn done. Brutus. We now only have 2 enemies attacking us on this side, which is far less terrifying. We also have Pierce 3, but from here we can only move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 if we utilize the jump, and if we utilize the jump, I just don't want this one ever attacking Mindy. I want Brutus tanking every attack. So we're going to move. If we are here, that's 1, 2, that's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, attack, 1, 2, attack. I think we want to go to this tile. But we want to do it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 via an attack. But also, hold on. This is move 4, jump, then attack, move, attack. So if we get to 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We get to here with an attack action. We're going to not use our advantage here. We missed, that's fine. We can still move. It's unexpected, but we'll skip the last step of movement. Then attack this guy. Then step up to here. And skip the last step. Then attack 2 against these guys. We will do Battle Axe with advantage. It's both of them. Ancient Artillery goes. Attacking Faith. Miss. Amazing. Ancient Artillery. +1 is way better than a ×2. Ancient Artillery. Right, they're stunned. This guy attacks us. Unfortunately, we can't retaliate with +1 damage, I think, because they're not stood next to us. So we'll do it that way, save our retaliation. This Living Bones attacks us, as we hoped. That we can retaliate on. That is a lot of attacks. Cragheart, move 6 must be in a straight line. That gets us way closer to this pressure plate. Then we can attack. And we can attack with a stun. Question is, who would we prefer to stun right now? This guy has Retaliate 3 at range 3, so I don't really want to hit him. We can attack these two guys. Why not add some power to that? And why not stun? Why is it offering me a stun on this guy? Let's make some green, just because odds are we'll want it in a turn or two. Fresh round. Now, the only problem is that Faith has immobilized. A mobilized character cannot perform any move abilities. The immobilized condition is removed at the end of the afflicted character's next turn. If Faith could just get onto that tile, we could win right now, I think. Right. We need Juggernaut up immediately. That's Juggernaut on bottom. Something on top. Move 4, stun all adjacent targets. But I can't get on the plate if I do that. Mindy, what's your turn looking like? We can immobilize a skeleton. That will be huge for us, because that will be one skeleton that can't attack Mindy. Can we move 1, 2, 3, 4? Force one normal or elite enemy within range 3 to perform its turn this round as if it were allies and enemies were swapped. I think we're going to want to do that regardless, even if we're in such a bad spot. Can't move anymore. Move 3, push all stuff. Force an enemy within range 5 to perform attack 2 on a friend. Scurry moves us 3. I'm just really trying to avoid getting attacked by stuff right now. Oh, there's the play. We attack the one closest to us with stun. And then we attack the one next to Brutus with immobilize. Then Brutus moves forward with unstoppable charge. Stuns those two guys whilst juggernauting to then hold up against any future attacks. Although, why Juggernaut? Also, that's 2 bottoms, which is terrible. If we're moving and stunning, and you're immobilized and you're stunned, then we have a chance to hit stuff. So, we should hit stuff. And over the other side, I really wish we could move. Add 2 to all of our attacks this round against enemies next to none of their allies. That's great if we could have a bunch of ranged attacks. Because we can't move anyway. So we might want to get Flurry of Blades back. So Flurry of Blades on top. Duelist advance, add 2 to all attacks this round targeting enemies adjacent to none of their allies. So that will hit them and hopefully kill them. It will hit them and then one of the other guys. Cragheart. We've used our... we still have stun powder. During your attack, add stun to a single attack. You're looking to die. Attack 2, range 5, and immobilize. We could immobilize the 2 of these guys, and we could stun the one that's going to be stood next to Faith. Then on bottom, all adjacent allies and enemies suffer 1 damage. Move 4 with jump. All adjacent enemies take 2 damage. Or we could just do a standard move 2 and not burn the card. Or, depending on when this one takes its turn, if it's before or after us, we might not want to be stood next to it threatening an attack. So if we heavy swing, we can add 1 to our attack if they go after us, so then we haven't moved next to them. Otherwise we can do that. So that's everybody. Right, none of them are attacking with immobilize. So if we can survive this turn and next turn, we should be able to win. Faith's initiative does not need to change. She is still immobilized. We add 2 to our attacks this round. We attack you, you, and you. Do we want a card back? It would only be Flurry of Blades if we could. So I think we're fine. Mindy. We are stunning this one, even though we attack with disadvantage. And immobilizing this one. Do I want to stamina potion something back? Probably. I need to move 1, 2, 3, 4 to get to there. Scurry moves me 3, and something on bottom can also move me. So I'll get Perverse Edge back as an emergency stun. End Mind Thief's turn. These things are going. How bad is this going to be? Receive 5 damage. Receive 2 damage. Craghart's turn. The golems are attacking 5 at a range of 3. They suffer 2 damage. Oh, crap. So, them being immobilized doesn't do anything. Attack 5, range of 3. It says occupy. It doesn't say occupy with heroes. Don't know. Immobilizing these guys isn't going to do anything. So Faith really is looking in danger right now. So perhaps then, heal 2 at a range of 3, attack 3, immobilize. Attack 2, range 5. We have a +2, we have a ×2. So perhaps we attack these 2. Oh, we have stun as well. So perhaps we do something like that. One of them is going to get stunned. The other one is going to take damage. We have a chance to kill it if we times by 2. And then we could add 1 to our attacks right now. or we could just move on to the tile, which I think I'm going to do. So, confirm targets. Get stunned. Get dead. That's preferable. Brute's turn. Okay. This skeleton is still attacking 5 3 times. Although it doesn't say... The previous turn it said attack all targets with all attacks. This just attack 5 targeting 3. So it doesn't say attack all targets. Still, I'd rather not be attacked for 5 right now. And the spirits have already gone, but if we stun them, they won't do anything next turn. So we're going to step up to here. Skip the movement. Confirm the double stun. Use as much of our healing as we can right now. Attack these two with disadvantage because we're muddled. One of them died. I'm grateful for this. Stone golems. One stunned. The other one attacks us here for 5. That's fine. They take retaliate too. Living Bones is stunned. Living Bones is immobilized. Round 13. If we can be alive at the end of this turn, on all of the pads, we win. So, Mindy. If you can scurry, 1, 2, 3, on top, and on bottom, move 3, push people away. It then just becomes, can we survive a turn from that guy? Force 1 enemy within range 5 to attack something. We can't short rest because we have to have 2 cards. We can't long rest. We could Perverse Edge on bottom again, stunning this guy. And then step over. Oh, I hate everything so much. Or could I get Mindy on this plate? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're the same. And kill this guy, and then that guy might not be able to hit either of us for moving. Move 3, push 2. 1, 2, 3, push them back 2. That seems good to me. So if we're doing that on bottom, what are we doing on top? Attack 2, add 1 for each negative affliction. Move 3. Attack 3, add 2 for each negative affliction. If we move 3 on bottom, we can move 1, 2, 3, push, and then we can scurry and stand on the thing. That's 1. And they'll be relatively safe over there. Over here, if we short rest and get Skirmishing Maneuver back, burn, leaping, cleave. Skirmishing Maneuver lets us move onto the pad, and Juggernaut lets us tank a bunch of hits this turn. That's those 2 done. Cragheart's already on a pad. So he can do anything that might be helpful. Faith. You need to move. Attack 3. Those 2 attacks are the same, so we'll go on Flanking Strike and move on bottom here. That will step us onto the pad. We're on a pad. Crater, attack 3, range 3, and push 2. Attack 3, range 3, allies and enemies take damage. If we crater on bottom, we can do 1 damage, jump, and then do 3 damage, and then attack with massive boulders. Perhaps. Move, attack 4, move 4, attack 3, move 4, attack 3, attack 3, range 5. Right, Faith. Steps onto a pad. Attack this guy because we can. Mind Thief. Move 3 to here. Consume ice. Push them. Move onto the pad. Skip movement. Skip the attack. End. Save ourselves 4 damage there. Take 2 damage there. Brute's turn. This guy is still stunned, so they're not attacking us this turn. So we can, on the next 3 sources of damage, take no damage. Yes. Attack. Move 2 onto the switch. Attack this guy again, because why not? We got through 3 piercing and then get -2. That's just rude. The spirit is stunned. This guy attacks us for like 5. Oh, we'll take 2 damage. We can't. We must take 0. Mindy survives. It's just Cragheart, and then the turrets, and then we win. So, the turret is doing attack 3, range 5. Even if they double that attack, they can't kill us. And this is actually going to do damage to us. So we're just going to skip this ability. No, we're not, because it gives us 1 XP to do it. Oh, we skipped the movement. Wait, no. They take damage. We move out and in again. Then they take 2 damage. We heal ourselves some more. Then I will kill this. We'll take 1 in the attack, but then it won't be attacking at all. We end our turn. We are on all 4 switches.
With the last switch depressed, the alarm finally, thankfully, subsides. The cannon's lights go off and their guns point downward, lying dormant. The machinery sputters and dies, the cogs stopping their rotation. Within a matter of seconds, the entire chamber becomes as dead as it was before, leaving you to continue to explore in peace. Heading down a narrow passage at the back of the left room, you find the corridor descends into a pool of brackish liquid. You can see a vague light in the distance, under the water. A quick swim should take you further into this underground world.
Alright. That was anxious through and through. We used our stuff a lot, which is cool. So that was within the city limits, so we'll still just be in Gloomhaven when we come out. Not that having a walk back from anywhere else would make a difference, unless there is a connected scenario, but I don't even know if there are connected scenarios in Gloomhaven. 10 XP. Eternal Wanderer is now at 14 of 15. We could be retiring Brutus soon. We've got a level for Mindy. We've got some new stuff in the shop. But for right now, that's going to be all. Thank you guys ever so much for watching. If you're enjoying the series, please do consider subscribing or hitting that like button. If you have any questions or comments, you can put them down below. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.